little bit wiser. Tonight, I want to start a two-part program or two-part series. Something that I call, at least something that connotes the end of the year, to wash away the old and to usher in the new. When we come back from this break, I'll introduce the topic to you and take the first part of this two-part episode or this two-part talk, because that's what we do here on Heartbeat. We don't just talk, we don't just communicate with one another, we also learn. And so, if you're still here on the other side of this break, you're in for a magical ride, a wonderful treat to draw you in and to usher you, to energize you, and to gear you towards love, towards appreciating it and celebrating it in every facet that it comes in. So don't go anywhere. Keep your dial locked, because this is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Heartbeat. I'll see you on the other side. tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and I'd like to specially welcome you back to Heartbeat, a program, a specially designed program for all the lovers out there. Before we begin our journey down Lover's Lane to explore love in all its beauties and complexities, of course, I still remain Bucci. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And in the immortal words of Charlie Chaplin, I'm a tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dreamer, a lonely fellow, always hopeful of romance and an adventure. Yes, this is still your favorite radio station. And tonight, as I was introducing this topic, I never gave it a title, but then I tried to give you some context on what I want to talk about this evening. Now, like I said, and like I've highlighted before, this is the end of 2017. We're not going to see this year again in our lives. This year has come, it has had its ups, it has had its downs, it's had its bright sides, it's had its dark sides. And before we give it that send off that it deserves, before we actually say goodbye to 2017, sometimes you have to sit back and review, put your year in question, put it in focus, and think about the things that you have done, the things that you did that you were proud of, the things that you did that you weren't so proud of, the people you hurt, the people you lost, the new relationships and new connections that you made. And when you put all that into perspective, it kind of just gave me this idea for this topic. And like I said, I'm going to break it into two parts. So tonight, excuse me, tonight I want to start off with the first part of this topic, and I call it a toast to new beginnings, part 1. A new year always brings with it new beginnings, new possibilities, new commitments, new relationship goals, new disappointments, if you want to put it that way. But a new year always brings with it new hope, new life. But before we can actually embrace the new, sometimes we have to let go of the old. We have to let go of the past. We have to let go of those old grudges, those old hurts, those old feelings, to usher in the new, to give us that sense that things are new and fresh in our lives. So, as a celebration or as a send-off to this topic, a toast to new beginnings, I want to talk about forgiveness and letting go. Forgiveness and letting go, especially in your relationships. We tend to hold on to these hurts. You see, when someone you care about hurts you, you hold on to it. You hold on to that anger, that resentment, even thoughts of embrace. And revenge. I apologize. I said embrace. You have two choices. You either hold on to that anger, you hold on to those thoughts of revenge, resentment, or you embrace forgiveness and move forward. And seeing that this is a new year, 2018, we're moving forward. Holding on to old pain, holding on to anger, holding on to hurt, not letting go, not forgiving, roots you in not only the past, it roots you in your life. It keeps you stuck. The thing is, we've all been hurt. Everybody has been hurt. You cannot have a heart and not be hurt. Whether it's you're hurt from your parents, you're hurt from your spouse, we've all been hurt. Who hasn't? We've all been hurt, and we have all hurt someone. Because we tend to forget that whenever we are rooting ourselves in our pain, we tend to forget that we too hurt others in our own way, knowingly or unknowingly. So who hasn't been hurt by the actions or words of another? Maybe it's your parents who are constantly criticizing you, or even a colleague that sabotaged you at work, or even your partner, your spouse, having an affair. Or maybe you've been through some sort of traumatic experience, maybe physically or emotionally being abused by someone close to you. You see, these wounds can leave you with lasting scars and feelings of anger and bitterness, maybe even vengeance. But if you don't practice forgiveness, if you don't instill it in your everyday life, in your everyday actions, you might just be one of those who pays the biggest price. Because embracing that, by holding on to that pain, like I said, it roots you. It keeps you grounded. You can't grow. You just keep reliving that pain over and over in the eyes of that person, whether it's your parent, your spouse, your lover. It just roots you and you can't grow. You can't grow emotionally. You're stunted because you are so fixated on your pain. You see, by embracing forgiveness, you can also embrace peace, hope, gratitude, even joy. So you should consider how forgiveness can lead you down the path of physical and emotional and even spiritual well-being. Now, what do I mean by forgiveness? You see, forgiveness means different things to different people. Generally, it involves a decision to let go of resentment or even thoughts of vengeance. You see, that act, that for lack of a better word, that event that hurt you or offended you, that thing that has instilled that pain in you, it will always be with you. But the truth is, forgiveness can lessen its grip on you. You see, when there's emotional pain, there's no pain. There's, that saying that goes, there's no pain that hurts or cuts deeper than the ones that come from the people we love. That pain is always there. What you choose to do with that pain is what defines you or what separates you. You can either be weighed down by it or you can use it and move forward. And forgiveness, like I said, can lessen that grip, the pain, that grip on you, and free you from the control of even that person or that event that harmed you. Forgiveness can even lead to feelings of understanding, empathy, compassion for that person who hurt you. Forgiveness, it's always key to note this. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're forgetting or excusing the harm done to you. It doesn't mean that. All it means is that forgiveness gives you that peace and helps you to go on with your life, to move forward, to keep growing. Now, there are physical benefits of forgiveness, physical and even psychological benefits of letting go of grudge, of bitterness, that will improve you in ways you can't even possibly imagine. Did you know that forgiveness can lead to healthy relationships in your life? They can improve your mental health. Forgiving and letting go lessens anxiety and stress and even hostility in you. It can even lower your blood pressure if you don't know, because when you hold on to that anger, I don't know if you can try this. If you're angry, you clench your fist. It's sort of the same way. It balls you up. There's great effort in holding a fist and keeping that fist. But then when you let go, when you release, you open up your fist, there's this inner peace. There's even ease of blood flow. Forgiving can give you or lead you to even fewer symptoms of depression if you're prone to depression. Because anger has a way of clouding your mind and darkening your heart. Health-wise, doctors will tell you even forgiveness can help give you stronger immune system if you don't know that. It can improve your heart and even your own self-esteem. You see, it's easy for us to hold on to our grudge. It's easy for us to hold on to our pain, because I remember a few episodes ago we talked about this. Holding on to that pain, that sense of injustice, it gives you something. It gives you that fortitude. When you hold on to that pain, it kind of justifies the reason why you should be angry. I was bereaved, this person hurt me, and so I'm going to hold on to it, because there's that sense of injustice that we feel that roots us to that spot. But then holding a grudge and not forgiving is like being a ship with an anchor tied down to the bottom. It just keeps you in one place. But letting go, freeing yourself, allows you to sail, to be free, to capture the wind and move through the oceans of life. Being hurt by someone, particularly someone you love and trust, can cause anger, sadness, and confusion. And if you dwell on hurtful events or situations, grudges filled with resentment, vengeance, hostility can take root in you, in your soul. If you allow negative feelings to crowd out positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness and self-injustice. Some people naturally are more forgiving than others. That's a normal thing. But even if you're a grudge holder, even if you're someone that finds it hard to forgive and let go, almost anyone can learn to be more forgiving. You see, let me bring this topic down a little closer to home. You see, being able to forgive and let go of past hurts is crucial. It's a critical tool in your marriage, in your relationship with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend. Additionally, being able to forgive is a way to keep yourself healthy both emotionally and physically, as we talked about. In fact, forgiving and letting go, bear with me on this, it may be one of the most important ways to keep your relationship, your marriage, your partner, keep that relationship strong. Keep it going on. You see, if you hold on to old hurts and disappointments, petty annoyances, betrayals, insensitivity, anger, you're wasting both your time and your energy. Do you know how much energy it takes for you to maintain that anger, maintain that hurt? You see, nursing some sort of perceived hurt can eventually make it into something more. Hate, extreme bitterness. When you hold on to it, you just let it fester every day. You become a bitter, resentful, hateful person. And nobody loves a hateful person. Even if you want to put it in context of religion, Christianity, or whatever religion you go to, hate is so wrong. We talk about hate speech. We talk about hate antics. This happens when you nurse that resentment. You've let it grow. You let it grow like a garden. You water it every day with your complaint. You water it every day with your bitterness. You see, lack of forgiveness can wear you down as a person. Additionally, being unforgiving is not good for either you, your physical, mental well-being. Resentment gains momentum and chips away at the foundation of your own relationships. So you might ask me at this junction, how to forgive a partner? How can I forgive my partner when they've hurt me? Or how do you forgive a partner who hurt you? I'm going to give you a few tips. You see, 1, you should be open and receptive to forgiveness. It must be a concept you must be able to grapple, to hold on to. You have to make a conscious decision to forgive that person, your spouse, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you have to make that conscious decision. You know what? I forgive you. And not just making it, you have to stick with it. When you imagine that betrayal or that hurt, you have to push it aside. You have to think happy thoughts, calm thoughts, because if you let that hurt and resentment cloud your judgment, you're going to forget the good things about that person that made you even fall in love with them in the first place. So think happy thoughts, think of happy times, think of the good in that person. Because when you're hurt and you can't let go and you have that unforgiving spirit, you tend to just fixate on the bad of that person. This person is this and this and that. But then you forget the beautiful things that make that person, the things that attracted you to that person in the first place. You see, don't throw an error or a mistake back in your spouse's face, or save it for a later day. Don't even keep it as ammunition for an argument. You see this a lot, especially with women. You've been hurt before, you hold on to that hurt, and then maybe it's days later, weeks later, even a year later, you keep replaying that thing. You sound like a broken record, and that kills your relationship. If you're going to forgive, I didn't say forget, I said let go. Sometimes you can't forget. In an ideal world, we forget. But then, that's how we've survived as a species. Being able to learn, to remember. Something happens, you know that this pot is hot, it burns you. Next time, you know you won't hold it from the bottom because it's hot. That memory teaches you, it informs you. But when it comes to forgiveness, I didn't say forget, but you have to let go. You can't keep dwelling on the same issue. Don't seek revenge or retribution, because trying to get it will only extend that pain. You're only, like I said, like an evil plant in you. You're just watering it. And the truth is, even if you get that revenge, even if you're able to execute whatever you want to do, to be honest, it probably won't even make you feel any better. So what's the point in the first place? You have to accept that you may never know the reason for that transgression, for that hurt, for that behavior or that mistake. You might never know it. You have to accept it. In life, you can never know everything. Some things you just accept as they are and move forward from there. And remember that forgiveness does not mean you condone that hurtful behavior. You don't condone it. Just because you're letting go doesn't mean it should happen again. No. Another key point here I must point out is you have to be patient with yourself. Not everybody can forgive on the spot. Some people take time. Being able to forgive your spouse takes time. So don't try and hurry the process. So even if you're out there and you're the person who has offended your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your spouse, maybe you are the causer of pain. You can't expect them to forgive you on the spot like that. There's a betrayal of trust. You must give that person time. Give them the necessary time to heal, because being hurt and betrayed is like a wound, and that wound needs time to heal. Give them that space. And always, also, this is very key. It's something that we shy away from here on this part of the world, but it's also very key. If you are unable to forgive and you still find yourself dwelling on that hurt and that pain, you might need to talk to a professional. Either your priest, either your imam, even if it's a psychologist, if it's a guidance counselor, if it's a marriage consultant or whoever, you can talk to somebody to help you to let go and to forgive. But let me flip this way a little bit, because if maybe it's you, like I mentioned, maybe it's me or it's you that offended or hurt your partner. Maybe you're the one that has caused them to have that pain that they can't let go of. Maybe you are the transgressor. And you want to know how to ask for forgiveness when you've hurt your partner. I'm going to give you a few tips. First, you have to show true contrition and remorse for the pain you have caused. You must recognize that you did this. You are the cause of this hurt. It is your fault. You must recognize that and acknowledge it. You must be willing to make a commitment not to hurt your spouse. So if you're sleeping around, maybe you're sleeping with 12 different, you slept with this person, you slept with a woman, your wife caught you, you've told her you're sorry, I'm so sorry, baby, it won't happen again, and then you go ahead and sleep with another woman. Does that really mean that you are ready to be forgiven? Does that show contrition? Does it show that you're sorry? It doesn't. You must be willing to make a commitment to stop hurting that person. Now, don't get me wrong on this. We all are going to get hurt, and we are all going to hurt somebody. But, like I said, using this example, if it's that your infidelity is the one that's causing your pain or causing the pain of your spouse in this relationship, and you're sorry about it, you must not do it again. Because doing the same thing over again, if you want that person to forgive you and then you go back and still sleep with someone else, it shows you're truly not sorry in the first place. So if you really are looking for forgiveness, if you really want to be forgiven, you have to show commitment. You have to be committed not to hurt that spouse again by repeating that hurtful behavior. You must also be ready and willing to accept the consequences of the actions that you created that caused you to cause that hurt. You have to accept it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to be open to making amends. You have to be open to sort this issue out. You can't stand on your high horse. You are the offender. This is where humility comes in your relationship. It's key. It's vital. You also have to be patient with your spouse, because being able to forgive, it often takes time. So don't dismiss your spouse's feelings. If they're hurt, don't acknowledge the fact that they are hurt, and it takes time. Like being hurt is like a wound. Like I said, it takes time to heal. Acknowledge that fight and give them time. Don't just stand up and say, what have I not said sorry, get over it now, what is it? That only adds fuel to the fire. And a key thing here, you must make a heartfelt verbal apology. You must come out and say it. It's like if you're an alcoholic, if you do not accept or admit you're an alcoholic, it doesn't give you the basis or contrition to change. You must acknowledge verbally, honey, I hurt you. Honey, I did this and I am sorry. Heartfelt. I'm not saying just, I said sorry now. What is it? You must come out and say it. It's very, very key, because it goes a long way in adding or helping that person get over that pain, helping that person to let go. You acknowledging your actions. Very key, very fundamental. This also should include an action plan to make things right. It's not about just saying sorry. You must also put in the steps. This is what I did, and this is what I'm going to do to rectify the situation, to align things. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just part one of a toast to new beginnings. Learning to forgive and let go. Letting go of that pain. Because like we said in the beginning, you're ushering in a new year. And why cross into a new year with old pain? Let go. Find a way and let go. And embrace the new that is coming your way. This is still Human Rights Radio, 101.1 FM. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I'm going to open up the lines to you out there for you to call in and share your love stories, and also to continue this discussion we're having. This is the 27th of December, 2017. The year is winding down. And of course, Out with the old, in with the new. My name is still Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this very, very short break. Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, you're still on to the program Heartbeat, a special program dedicated to all the lovers out there. Right now, I want to open up the lines to you out there for you to call in. If there's something bothering you in your relationship, that matter of the heart that you're trying to find a solution to, maybe in your relationship you have questions that you can't seem to solve, maybe an unresolved issue or problem, you can call in, share your love stories. Everybody has a love story, a good one or a bad one, or maybe a difficulty, a challenge. This is why we're here. We're here for you to prefer you those solutions to that problem that's bothering you in your relationship. The number to call is still 081 89 99 1011. I'll take it again. 081 89 99 1011. You can actually even check us out on our social media pages live right now, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. You can actually check us out. Go to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and join us here live on the conversation. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, my brother.
Good evening, sir. My name is Benjamin. I'm calling from Abuja.
Benjamin, how are you doing this evening?
I'm fine, sir.
All right, talk to me. What can I do for you this evening?
I've been trying this line for a good 2 months now. I thank God I've reached it today.
Wow. Well, thank God the network and the gods have actually aligned everything for you to call in and speak with us today.
Thank you, sir. You're doing a good job, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
God bless you.
All right, Benjamin. Benjamin, is there anything you want to talk about this evening?
Yes, sir.
All right, talk to me. This is your time. This is your hour. Hello? Hello, Benjamin. Can you hear me? Looks like we're having a few network issues. Benjamin, if you're still out there, please call me back. The number again, like I said, is still 081 89 99 1011. Hello, good evening. Oh, it looks like we lost that call. Yes, we were talking about new beginnings. We're talking about new beginnings, and this two-part series, or this two-part episode that we're trying to present to you this evening, one of the things we also mentioned, or what we've been talking about, is forgiveness and letting go. Okay, looks like I have another call. Let me take this call. Hello, good evening. Hello. Looks like we're still having a few network challenges. You can still call. Please try and call in. I know a lot of people want to call in and give their own 2 cents and thoughts about it. You can also use this forum to actually reach out. If there's someone special in your life that you want us to contact, to reach out, especially this holiday season, feel free to call and do so. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to Heartbeat.
Thank you, sir.
All right. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Moses, calling from Garki.
Moses from Garki. How's Garki this evening, my brother?
I have a challenge in my relationship that I want to share with you.
All right, Moses, talk to me. I'm listening to you.
Okay. I have a lady that I wanted to marry.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in school doing my degree program.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so since she's a secondary school graduate, let her enroll herself in the handwork.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put her in food processing and she was unable to do it.
Yeah.
She dropped out and said she can't do it, there isn't enough work.
Yes.
So she can't continue with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I waited that money. So I told her now, since you refuse to do that one, I will enroll you, go and learn tailoring.
Mm-hmm.
Again, she went and think about it.
Okay.
In fact, I told me that she don't like tailoring.
All right.
Now, I'm out of school.
Yes.
Graduated now.
Okay.
Waiting for my service.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to her and told her that I want her to be doing something.
Yes.
But since she refused to do it, later enroll her. I will buy her this current jam that is on sale.
Okay.
So that when I'm in service, she will get admission. When I'm back from service, then we do our wedding.
Okay.
That is what she need down. She'll be playing with him. What she need down is she want to marry. So if I'm not ready for marriage, that is if I go for service, if I'm back, I will not see her.
Okay.
So now I'm afraid of marrying a liability because I'm somebody that needs progress in this our current present economy.
Yes.
So I'm stuck. I don't really understand again.
Okay.
So I need your help. Yes.
All right, my brother. Have you asked her? I mean, like
Yes,
you said you enrolled her in the food processing. My brother, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, you enrolled her the first time in the food processing venture, and she dropped out. You asked her to go for tailoring. She said she can't do that. Have you asked her what exactly she wants to do? You've explained to her about, of course, like you said, the economy is so tough, and living on one kind of income does not work or help anybody in any way, shape, or form. So have you asked her what she wants to do aside because even if she gets married to you right now, she has to still bring in some sort of income. She still has to put in some. She still has to work. I mean, even if it's not up to what you're bringing, at least working gives you that sense of accomplishment. It gives you that sense of confidence. Have you asked her exactly what she wants to do herself?
I do. But the only reason that she gave me that which I was not even contented with, she said she wants to work. She wants to do work so that she'll be earning money.
Yes.
Now she enrolled herself in a restaurant where she was doing a cooking job.
Okay.
They were paying her 15,000 naira. I told her that this one is not enough. This one day they will just sack you.
Okay.
And you will not be found anywhere. So it's better you should get something that even if they sack you here, you have your own at hand that you can do it.
Yeah.
So that is the only reason that she gave me. I was not satisfied with it.
Okay.
And when I said that let her enroll herself in school and all this one, she said her own is she wants to marry. So what I said to her was, I said, since you're supposed to do any of what I said, you don't want to marry me. Maybe you have any other person else that they want to marry.
Okay.
So I will not go ahead with this relationship. And since that day that I said that thing, this is getting to 2 months now. She has never for one called me.
My brother, I think you already answered your own question right there. I think maybe, I mean, if she really cared about you and she really loves you, even if you have a disagreement at this point in time, at this junction, I mean, if she really did care about you, she had at least called in and checked in on you, or even at least tried to communicate with you on some level. But this one that she up till now,
maybe I'll prefer to pick her call.
No, my brother. I think she's already answered. The writing's on the wall. It's pretty clear what she wants. Let her go her way. Like you said, I think you said it best. Right now, this economy, this situation, and even we can't live the way our parents lived, where one person was working enough to bring in. Everybody has to bring their own to the table. Even we live in a generation where equal rights is there. Women are working and men are working. If she is not willing to work, she just wants to sit down inside somebody's house and be a house plant. I mean, because don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong in being a housewife if that's your choice. But for you as an individual, you do not want that for yourself, and you've expressed this to her and she doesn't. It just means the two of you are incompatible in this regard. So if she really does care about you, and like you said, she hasn't spoken to you since this thing happened. This is 2 months. She hasn't even bothered to call you or to talk to you, or maybe even try and let you see or explain her own point and situation. She's even telling you, giving you an ultimatum. You know what, if you go for your service, you're not going to find me again. You know what, good riddance. Go for your service, better yourself, better your life. There are better people out there who will see things the way you see things. It's obvious that she herself doesn't see things the way you see it, and there's no harm there, no foul. She can go ahead, go on her way. Wish her the best. We'll let her be happy with the person.
Her goals are different from mine.
It's as simple as that. Your goals just don't rhyme anymore. So let her go on with her goals. Wish her the best. Let her do her thing. And let her, I hope and I pray she finds that person and makes her happy, and she can marry and be the housewife that she wants to be. But you
It's okay,
have to
sir.
go on with your own life, okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, my brother.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem, my brother. Thank you so much for
God
sharing.
bless you. Thank you very much.
All right,
All
take
right,
care.
thank you.
All right, then. Yes, this is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Heartbeat. And tonight we've been talking about a toast to new beginnings, part 1, forgiveness and letting go. We talked about how important and how fundamental it is, especially with the new year coming up. You can't hold on to old things. We talked about how not letting go, not being able to let go of that pain or that resentment is like you being a ship with an anchor that weighs you down and holds you back in one place. Letting go gives you that ability to set your sails free and sail and be more productive, be happier. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
Okay, this is Oloche calling from Nasarawa State.
How's Nasarawa State this evening, my brother?
All fine and good, thank God.
All right.
Compliment of the season.
Same to you, my brother. Same to you. How was the celebration? I hope there was plenty chicken and rice for the enjoyment.
By God's will, we've done it.
Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, my brother. Talk to me. What can I do for you this evening?
Okay, actually, and thank you for the topic about
All right.
forgiveness and letting go.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually, I had an issue in 2-3 days back.
Okay, my brother, could you speak up? I can hardly hear you. Can you speak up a little more?
Okay, are you getting me?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I can hear you now.
Okay, I was saying I had an issue 2-3 days back.
Okay. Okay.
And then it was more of trust issues. Okay, you know how women are. They are more difficult when it comes to aspects like this.
Yes.
So by God's will, we had our issues, and for now we are trying to build it, and we're trying to forgive each other and letting go. Well, it's a good topic, and I did well to record part of the what you said today.
All right. Thank you.
So, yeah, as part of it, I'm just saying thumbs up to your work.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. You can actually go to our Facebook page and actually get the full the full topic there. We live stream our videos, and it's also there online. You can actually go to our Facebook page. You'll see the full video there. Even if it's 20 years from now or even tomorrow, you can just click on it and get the full topic, the whole write-up. But thank you so much for your support, and I'm glad, and in fact, knowing that we've been able to help you out and give you something this evening is why we do this, is why we're here. Thank you so much, my brother. All right.
I'm a first-time caller, actually.
Oh, all right, my brother. In fact, I'm giving you a big salute now. My hand is in the air for you, and I'm giving you a big salute. Welcome, and thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, my brother. Thank you. Take care, okay?
Bye-bye.
All right, then. Thank you. Yes, like I was saying, forgiveness and letting go. You see, in marriage, like in any other relationship, in every close relationship, whether with your significant other, your paramour, your girlfriend, your spouse, whoever it is, you see, forgiveness, there's a need for forgiveness, because for forgiveness to thrive, remember, you have to also remember and put into perspective that everybody, including yourself, makes mistakes. You might be the offended right now, but one day you'll be the person who is the offender. We all have our bad days. We all have our grumpy days. We all have the days that we're not so perfect. There's good and there's bad in all of us. And that's what balances us off and makes us human. You see, many people say things they don't mean now and then. But everyone needs to forgive to be forgiven. This is especially true if the person who hurt you is attempting to make amends and seek forgiveness. You see, no relationship, especially when it comes to marriage or even dating, no relationship can be sustained over a long period of time without forgiveness. Even though you find it and you find it and it's difficult to forgive, being able to do so is a crucial part for the survival of your relationship. Now, if your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, if the spouse abuses you and continues to betray you, maybe they keep lying to you and making you and not making any kind of real changes to their behavior, then maybe at that point in time you have to just say enough is enough. Don't get me wrong. I mean, as much as forgiveness is important, but then there is no kind of forgiveness without some sort of contrition, like we talked about. You have to be willing to say you're sorry and actually mean it and make concrete steps towards changing. And if you don't change and that person, maybe it's your spouse, whoever it is, continues with that betrayal, the lying, the abuse, whatever it is, emotional or physical, you have to at some point say enough is enough. At this point, you have to now seriously evaluate your relationship. But this has to come, because just like every other thing in this life, you may bend, but at some point you're going to break. So the situation, you have to understand the giving situation that this forgiveness comes in. Now, when you don't forgive, when you hold on to that grudge, when you don't want to let go, what you're doing to yourself is you bring that anger and bitterness into every relationship, including new ones and new experiences. You become so wrapped up in the wrong that you can't enjoy the present. Because forgiveness keeps you in the past. Like we said, it keeps you rooted to a spot. As in lack of forgiveness, I mean. You even become depressed and anxious. You lose value. You lose that that value, that thing that enriches you, that makes you who you are, that preserves you. You lose a part of yourself, because man is forever constantly changing and growing and becoming better. So when you can't forgive, when you hold on to that grudge and refuse to let go, you anchor yourself. You see, you have to understand that forgiveness is like a commitment. It's a commitment towards change, towards progress, and to move forward. To move forward, especially in that forgiveness, you have to recognize the value of forgiveness and how it can improve your own life. You also have to identify what needs healing and who needs to be forgiven for what. If it's in your relationship, if it's your spouse, identify that one thing. If it's that one incident, pinpoint that one incident. Whatever it is, wherever that trust was broken, pinpoint it and understand it. Acknowledge your emotions about the harm done to you and how they affect your behavior. This gives you a starting point towards working towards that release, towards letting go. You have to also change your role, because when you hold on to your anger, when you can't forgive, you tend to see yourself as a victim. You tend to see yourself as that long-suffering person, that person who was so offended. Oh, this is me. You put yourself in that role of a victim. So you have to move away from that role-specific dynamic you've given yourself as a victim, and realize that the control and the power is in your hands. And in that situation, you have to let it go. You're not the victim. You have to let it go. You have to. If it's imperative for you to grow. And as you let go of those grudges, you will no longer define your life by how you've been hurt. You might even find compassion and understanding with the person who hurt you. You see, when you can't forgive someone, it turns you into a bitter person, and nobody wants to be that kind of person. Nobody wants to. So whilst you're walking into this new year, as you're walking into this 2018, New Year's always bring with it with a sense of hope, a sense of wonder, a sense of understanding, a sense of better things to come. That spirit of, you know what, the old is gone and I'm walking into the new. As you toast to new beginnings, forgiveness should be your creed, and letting go, because that keeps you in the past. That keeps you in 2017, as proverbially we say. So as you step into this new year, step in with a heart of forgiveness, walking on a clean slate. Allow yourself, let go, and you'll see that your relationship, your life, your own person, your own soul will become better and flourish. It is not easy, but it's something that is essential and vital towards the growth of your own relationship. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Heartbeat, and my name is Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And we've been talking about forgiveness and letting go, especially when it applies to new relationships. When it applies not just to new relationships, to even your current relationship. So is there someone out there right now? Maybe you have something happen to you in your relationship that you just can't seem to shake. You just can't seem to let go of. That pain just seems to relive itself over and over. And you're trying to find that solution or trying to find that way. You can call in and share your thoughts. Share your story, and let's see how we can help you to realize your full potential by letting go of that hurt and letting go of that pain. The number still is 081 89 99 1011. I'll take it again. 081 89 99 1011. Or maybe you just want to even reach out. This is the season. The holiday season is also a special season for you to reach out to loved ones, to tell them how they make you feel, how much you love and appreciate that person in your life for being the special person that they are. You can also use this forum to call in and reach out to that person. I have a call coming in. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Glory. I'm calling from Lokogoma.
Glory from Lokogoma. How's Lokogoma this evening, my sister? All right, talk to me. What can I do for you this evening?
Yeah, this relationship I've been into for 4 years. Suddenly, my boyfriend now went and pregnanted another lady.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I decided to walk out of the relationship. So I'm so confused and I'm troubled. I don't know what to do.
I'm so sorry, Glory. And you were together with him for 4 years?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. When did this happen?
It happened this year.
This year?
Yes.
Okay. Was it like last week, or was it like last month or 2 months ago?
It's like 3 months ago
3 months ago. I understand how you feel, Glory. I'm so sorry, especially when we have that kind of hurt and betrayal from somebody that we love so much. When they do that kind of thing to us, it almost feels like the world is ending, like your heart is shattering into a million pieces. I'm so sorry about that. Did your boyfriend try to explain to you or even try to seek your forgiveness?
Yes, he has been begging and he said I should forgive him, that it was a mistake. And I don't seem to understand that is a mistake.
No, the truth is, this kind of situation, he did make, maybe he slept around and made a mistake and got this person pregnant. Now, the truth is, it's up to you. You can forgive him, and you can also choose not to go back with him. You decided to walk away because of that hurt and because of that betrayal of trust. I understand you might have feelings that you want to even get back with him. It's been 4 years and all, but he's your boyfriend. He's not like he's your husband, and he made a mistake. That's the truth. But in the end, you deserve better. You deserve somebody who love you for who you are. Yes, he's a human being, and yes, he's made a mistake. That is true. That is very true. But I'm not advising you to, if you don't feel comfortable, because trust, like I said, if you take a sheet of paper and you squeeze that paper up into a ball, when you try and straighten out that paper can never be the same again. It can't be the same as it was. So even if you go back to that relationship, it will never be the same. It won't be the same, because in the end, you might not even trust him again with this kind of betrayal. I think what you need, Glory, right now, what you need is time. Give yourself that time to heal. Give yourself that time. It's not your fault. It is your boyfriend's fault. He made a decision. He chose to sleep around. He chose to get involved with someone else, and he impregnated someone else. Now you have a choice. The power now is in your hand. If you want to go back with him, that's fine. He made a mistake, and that's fine. But that is not a guarantee that he won't do it again, or things will be the same. It's now up to you. But what I can tell you is this. Whenever we walk away from these kind of relationships, sometimes it feels like maybe you should just continue with what you know. The truth is, it gets better. There's better people out there for you. There's someone out there who will love you and appreciate you for exactly who you are. Now, it's up to you. You have to give yourself that time to heal, and also focus. Put yourself, if it's to focus on work, focus on work. You don't have to go out necessarily and start dating people up and down right now. No, give yourself that time. Let yourself out there, put your heart on your sleeves, and go out there. Enjoy life, experience life. But don't hold on to the pain. Don't hold on to that hurt. Because like we said, you can forgive him. Doesn't mean you've forgotten. Doesn't mean that you're going to get back to him. You can forgive things. You can let it, but then you go your separate ways. Move on with your life. Move forward. There's somebody better for you around the corner that will make you feel as special as you are and make you feel like the princess that you are. So, Glory, I say this to you tonight. If you decide that you want to go back to your boyfriend, there's no wrong in it. There's no shame in it. But then you have to ask yourself this question. You have to also realize, can you let go of what has happened? Can you let go of the past? Can you let go of this hurt? Every time you see him, will it still be replaying in your head about how he's cheated on you? Will you be able to even trust him the way you trusted him before? And if you can't, then you should just walk away. You should just take strength and take comfort in the fact that you are a beautiful person and you're a beautiful soul, and there's something and someone out there that is better for you and will give you and treat you with the respect and the love and the care that you deserve, that will be faithful to you. The person may not be perfect, but there's someone out there for you. Hello, Glory. Looks like we lost that call. Glory, I hope you are still listening to everything I said this evening. Yes, this is still, like I said, Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Heartbeat. We're just getting up to that time where we're going to have to pack our bags and walk out of the station. But then I think I still have time to take one more call. But before I do, let me just round up with what we were talking about this evening, about forgiveness and letting go. Because this is a new year. This is a new time, a new chapter in our lives. And the first step to embracing the new is to let go of the old. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Heartbeat.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to Heartbeat, my brother. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from Maraba.
Maraba. And what's your name, my brother?
My name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel from Maraba. How's Maraba this evening, my brother?
Okay, very, very fine.
All right, talk to me. What can I do for you this evening?
All right, there is this girl that I love.
Mm-hmm.
I dated her for 4 years from now.
Yes.
So I met this journey just over this year.
Okay.
I think June, like July. I met her.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I
Yes.
met the journey June, July.
Okay. Okay.
Because I don't like something that I will mean. I will be talking to her that I will not have any, and I will not have work.
Mm.
That I will use to support the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But she's health challenged.
Mm.
You understand? So something like infection, and she complains of all those things.
Yes.
Even since that's 4 years time.
Mm-hmm.
So up to now, she's still on the issue.
Yes.
So my challenge is that I don't know whether I am to leave this girl or to continue with her.
Mm.
So that is my life.
Okay. My brother, let me see if I can understand this. You met this girl and you care about this person, but then you don't want somebody who's a liability. Am I to understand this? Okay, she's not she's not working right now.
No, she is. I say she is health challenged.
Oh, she's health challenged. Oh, health challenged. Okay. What kind of health challenge are we talking about? Is it sickle cell? Is it some sort of STD?
No. It's ordinary infection, but it has been long. She complained of this thing. So up to now, it's still disturbing her.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So
Is it?
I feel like I don't know whether to continue with her because of this challenge or what. Because I don't want something of when in the future to go to another thing.
Mm.
You understand?
Okay. Have you tried to understand like the nature of the sickness? Have you been with her to the doctor? Is it something that over time there's healing, or is it something that maybe it's the defect that she's been born with? Maybe it's something that will just carry on or persist with her whole life. You know, there's some kind of like sickness or ailments. Maybe she's allergic to something, or maybe it's an ailment that will just continue for the rest of her life. Have you?
They say it's healable. They say it's healable, but it can consume a lot of money, something like that.
Okay. All right, my brother, the thing is, it's very simple. Like, how do you feel about this person? Because, you know, even in marriage, one of the questions they'll ask you is, will you take this person in sickness and in health? To love, to cherish, you know, richer for poorer, that kind of situation. Now, this person she has a health challenge. This is something that is not some sort of how will I put it? It's not like she inflicted it on herself. It's a health challenge that will take time to get over. Now, it depends on you and your own commitment. If you love this person enough and can see past the health challenge, I mean, it's something maybe you can even conquer together. But if it's something that you personally feel that you cannot deal with in your relationship, if it's something that you feel personally, you know what, I cannot stay because of this situation, you have all the right. There's no harm and there's no foul to saying you want to walk away. But you also have to consider this person. You have to look beyond the health challenge. You have to look at the person themselves. Is this somebody that I can love and loves me, that I can be with in hard times and in good times that will also be with me, because right now you also have to consider the fact that right now your health, as we get older, our health will decline. Anything can happen. Will this person stand with you in your own time of challenge? You have to consider these things, and you too must consider, can you stand with this person? Because even if you say you quit now and you meet someone else, anything can happen. What if the next person you meet has an accident and loses 2 legs? You have to still take care of that person one way or another. Now, this health challenge, I don't fully understand what it is, but like you said, it's something that will take time and money and healing and all that. You also have to look at the big picture. If this person was 100%, would you go with this person? These are things you must consider before you decide to cut it off and walk away, because if you love someone, it has to go beyond physical. It has to go beyond even, there's certain things, of course, like being sickle cell and things like that might even, if maybe your children in the future. But then you also have to consider your heart. You have to consider this person too. Can you stand with this person when times get hard? Or can this person stand with you when times are hard? These are things you have to just sit down and consider. But don't get me wrong. If you decide you can't deal with the situation, there is no problem. There's no harm. Nobody will judge you for making that decision and walking away from the relationship. Hello, my brother. Looks like we lost that call. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and so, looking at the time now, I believe we have reached the end of our conversation this evening. I want to thank my producer, the Grandmaster herself, Sholly Brown, for being out there and producing me and actually keeping me on check. A big salute to you, my producer. I also want to thank Baba K in the IT department and Mr. Monday in the visual department for streaming us live and actually making me look this good. Now, like I said, you can check out our programs. You can check out everything that's been discussed here, or even an older program or a previous one on our Facebook page, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We're out there. Anywhere, anything social media, we're out there. Just type in Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM and you'll find our rich content out there for you to enjoy over time, over and over again. My name is still Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same station. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back again tomorrow. But for tonight, I wish you a pleasant evening, a pleasant time. And I always say this to you: there is only one important thing in this life, and that is to love and be loved. Good night, everybody.